Welcome back to the Traveler Pants of a Single Mom, and today I have my co-host Tosh, and today we have a special guest, Mr. Don
Dickerson. How y'all doing?
Dickerson. and Little Don. Say hey, Don.
Our first baby guest.
Yes.
First baby guest.
Give it up for a single dad.
Oh man, that's what he did, Lord. All right.
He got you good.
Yes, he did.
It's all good.
Hey, Little Don. Look,
So
he's like, I'm not.
He's like, I'm not with it right now.
I'm not with it. He's like, I'm not with it.
Nah, that's normally how he be at the daycare though. He be ready to go in his bed, watch his little daycare shows and the baby shark stuff.
Aww. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So, tell the guests a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Alright, well, my name is Don Dickerson. I normally go by D-O-N the Capo for short. Capo is an acronym for cash always provides opportunity. So the more cash you have, the more doors you can open. So if you out there and you just struggling trying to find out what you need to do, just start getting off with just getting some money in your pocket first, and then everything else will follow.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that. I was going to ask that. What's Capo?
Capo.
CAPO.
CAPO. And what does it stand for again?
Cash always provides opportunity.
Yes,
Cash always opportunity.
Yes, like that.
Yes.
So let's go into your story. So just to be clear on record, we have some people who consider themselves single dads who do like, and I think we discussed this a little bit, who has the kids part-time one week and then the other week they go to their mom. And then we have people who are strictly single parents or single dad. So for you, what is your story? Are you like every other week, or are you strictly
all the time?
Single dad?
Nah, like I'm a single dad. Like, it's my baby. I don't think my story kind of matches with anybody else's. When I tell people my story, they kind of crazy or whatever. But for the most part, it's not to bash my baby mama or whatever. That's still my best friend. But at the same time, it's just, in a relationship, you have to understand when somebody needs to grow, and if you don't allow that person to grow, it's going to hinder the relationship and kind of mess it up in the long run. Right. So I just took the opportunity to break it down to her. Like, I feel like it's better for us to just go about our ways for a minute, let you find out what you was missing while you was pregnant, because I think women have this thing about going through depression once they're pregnant, and it's kind of hard for them to kind of tap into who they were before they had their baby. So I felt like it was better for her just to go about her business, do what she needed to do to get back on her feet, and once she gets back, come back and let's see if we can work out.
That's big. That's huge.
Nice.
That's
so
huge.
How was the decision made that you would keep Little Don?
The decision really came down to the fact of I had a better opportunity out here in Florida with a scholarship on a Full Sail. So she was still in Mississippi, and she decided that if she stayed out there, she feel like she can patch up what she missed while she was pregnant. So now, what she can do, I mean, I'm not nobody's daddy, but except for his, but whatever she comes to terms, whatever she needs to come to terms with, like, I think that's a personal journey she has to take on her own. But for me, I knew what I had to do, and I knew I had to step up to the plate. So I was like, do what you got to do, but in the meantime, I know we still got a youngin' that we got to take care of.
Right. So you decided. So she lives in Mississippi and you live here.
Okay. So you guys like together, or just like totally?
I'm not gonna say that we're together, but I know for a fact I can't be with somebody I'm not around 24/7. So it doesn't make sense for me to be in a relationship with somebody long distance. It don't work for me. Right. I just know me. I can't do that. I got trust issues from past relationships, and me personally, if you're not there with me and not going through it with me, I can't consider you my better half.
All right. I mean, and you know what? It's bold of you to admit that you have trust issues from past relationships. So like, you're putting it out there, like,
yeah, it's real though.
Yeah, it's real. It's hard. It's like sometimes you don't want to claim that. Like, you don't want to claim that hurt. Like, I got trust issues. You don't want to claim it, but that was real of you to like basically say, listen, I got trust issues, and at the end of the day, from past relationships, and at the end of the day, if you ain't here, then I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Nah, I'm gonna speak on my generation. Like, I'm 25, so everybody younger than me, I know that mine is not where it should be. So I can't trust somebody that's not. If you're not willing to deal with my struggles or the struggles that we got going on, it ain't no telling what you might do or what you can do by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm only human, so I know what my inclination can take me. So it ain't no telling what hers can.
Right.
So I'm curious, like, as far as being that you're a single dad, and have you? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you're a great dad. So have you, like, you know, some people think like, okay, so I watch my parents, them be together for a long time, so I know that this is something, you know, it's a big matter for me to raise my kid. Did that, like, your childhood have anything influence on you raising your kid at all, or is it just something you
I would say that it did. My mother was incarcerated for most of my years. I stayed with my grandmother and my brother and my sister. Then I think when I was 12, my mother told me that my dad really wasn't my dad.
Oh wow.
So it didn't bother me, but I always used to have like that hatred toward him because I was like, yo, why you leave or why you wasn't here? But it was more of the fact that he was trying to take responsibility of being a parent, but he did it about the wrong way. I'll say that. So I don't knock him for any of his choices, but I just understood that growing up, I need to make better decisions.
Right, and that's what you providing for your son.
That's a
So
fact.
are you still going to Full Sail?
Oh, nah.
Cause it's
impossible. Yo, it's impossible. I tried it.
huge.
I tried it for like the first 3 months. Like, shout out to Full Sail. But the first 3 months, like, your schedule was kind of hectic. So you have to be like devoted to school 24/7.
Yep.
And I tried it, but I got bills, car note, car insurance, water, lights, rent. You know what I'm saying? So.
And
Full Sail, man, Full Sail wasn't paying me, so reality sets in, and you gotta realize school will always be there, but your son, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna need you more than that school needs you.
Right.
So I was just like, right now, my responsibility to him.
Plan on going back anytime soon?
Heck, I mean,
I know how that is. I mean, I know. And I had my kids back then. I was like, I'm gonna go back, and then I was like, I can't even do that. And that's along with help, you know, back then. So it was just hard. I mean, I just went to school a couple years ago to finish up, and I was still dragging my kids to school with me. They was still in the back of the class, so you know, I understand it's hard. So I don't know if that's something that you plan on doing, because you put yourself on hold in order to allow, you know, his mom to do what she needs to do, which is that's huge, guys. That's big.
That's big.
So I mean, you plan on going back in the future?
I mean, I would love to go back, but I feel like everything's in God's timing. If it's meant for me, it's meant for me. But I can't say I know a lot of people that went to school.
It might not be Full Sail.
Yeah,
I mean, shout out to Full Sail, but them classes and the hours, you literally have to be devoted.
Yeah, you gotta be devoted.
Like, they have school all times,
expensive school too, guys.
all times of hours. It's like, yo, y'all tripping. But
It's a good school though if you want to be like I think
music film,
and they do anything to do with airlines or something like that. But I know they do like anything with.
Nah, the logo is the plane, but that's just like just saying that you're soaring, taking off.
Okay. Y'all must say no, they don't do no plane.
I know a lot of people that I know go in for film, and I always wonder that. Okay.
He's like,
He's upset.
Yeah, he's like, I want to.
So I mean, as far as you know, being that you go to Full Sail, like you said, Full Sail is a school for engineering and film. What made you get into that?
I've been doing music for a while, but I started taking it serious. Like, after I realized you didn't get paid for it. I gotta stand. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, this the struggle.
No, it ain't even no struggles. You just got 10 days knees. Like, you gotta start realizing, like this is my responsibility. So whatever to make him comfortable, I'm cool. I ain't tripping.
I love that.
But,
I'm like a teary-eyed. You know,
Look at you.
I'm emotional. I'm emotional. I'm about to be like, okay, so.
Yeah, but nah, for the most part, music's been in my soul for a long time. But I just realized after high school I wanted to get paid for it, and I realized there's other streams and other things that you can do instead of just being a rapper. Because nowadays, if you do your history, rappers don't really get as much of the percentages as they deserve. So most of the money goes to the record labels, the A&Rs, and distribution companies. So once I realized that, I wanted to find a business behind music, and Full Sail was the place for me to do it. So them first 4 months that I went, I kind of just soaked up all that I could, and after I soaked it all up, man, I hit the streets running. I came to Florida, and I started doing my own company now called Creatives Plugging Creative, CPC, and the whole purpose is just helping creatives get plugged in with other creatives so that way they can further their career. Because nowadays, everybody wants to do something, but they don't know where to start.
Right. So you have opportunity. You have studios or whatever, like, or do you have people who have studios? So if somebody wants to hit up, because I know people that's looking for studio time and stuff like that. So do you have studios, or do you just know people who own studios?
I know people that own studio, and I also have my in-house studio that I have. It's like a little setup that I have just if I want to make beats or anything, but I do know people that have their own studio, and I can help them out.
Oh, baby's like phones. He don't want this.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Oh no. We're gonna make it short just because he's tired.
Thank you so much for coming to do this. This is really
Nah, you good. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm here for. Like I know you was telling me about how everybody needs a story to hear, so
We definitely want to hear your story. It's alive.
I know. You could continue on with with your story.
Oh yeah, my fault. Yeah. But yeah, I do know people that have creative, have studios in their apartments. But if people like the official thing, going to studios, I know people that can help out. But my biggest thing is trying to get everybody to get their music monetized, so that way instead of just rapping and be rapping, you can get paid for your raps, whether it be uploading to SoundCloud, Spotify, Pandora. Like my biggest thing is helping artists try to get paid, because as long as you can pay at least one bill, then your music is actually doing something for you.
Oh wow. And so uploading it on iTunes and all that stuff is basically that brings in the revenue.
Yes, you start getting your revenue off of streams. And streams are basically what you would have just if somebody was to refer you to a song or refer you to a store. That's where your streams will come in at. So anybody double clicking on one of your songs or double clicking on music, just sending it out to somebody. The more people viewing your songs, the more streams you get.
That's what's up. So, just to go back into the single dad thing, story, what's your proudest moment of being a single dad?
My proudest moment?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's just being able to see that I'm able to be there for him when he needs me.
Right.
I don't know how other people kind of, I don't even know what's the word to look for right now. Judge. I don't know if people judge their status of being a father by it, but me personally, it's just being able to be there when he needs me. And whether it be food,
Okay, I won't look at you because you gotta look at my face. I'm tired of seeing her face.
yeah, whether it be food, anything like that, I think it takes more than just being there financially.
Yes.
And I think my biggest thing is I'm able to be there whenever he's sick. I'm able to take him to the doctor. I'm starting to learn that's a lot of responsibility to keeping up with medication, even all of that. You know what I'm saying? So
they don't understand.
Like it's my first child, so I don't know the steps, so it doesn't come with a manual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
some things you have to have patience. I know for a fact. And I think my biggest reward really is just the biggest moment is just being able to understand him, even though he can't talk.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right.
How long have you you've had him since he was like?
I've been here since birth. I've been here since
That's
birth.
big.
Wow.
So you went through the, and how old was he again?
He had one.
So
Maybe
you've gone
two in
through the teething stage?
I haven't even gotten to the, well, he got his teeth in. He got his teeth, but everybody keeps telling me about the terrible tooth. So I'm kind of afraid of the terrible tooth, but I feel like he's getting it now because there's things like he's doing now. He can just start bugging out.
Pulling out from the store, right? And then, as far as getting sick, taking the dog, that's gotta be big to being. Do you have any other help?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I got my mother. Shout out to my OG, but
Shout out
Mom. Yeah, my mom definitely looks out. Like if I run low on Pampers or something like that, I'm like, yo, I'm behind on my budget. Like I need your help. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she's quick to help me
She
out.
lives here or?
Nah, she lives in Mississippi.
So actual moral.
Nah, it's just me. Yeah, it's just me. I told you I came down here for school and that was my goal, but once it didn't work out, I was like, shit, I'm not gonna go back. I'm big on failure. I don't want my failure to be the reason why I change any of my decisions.
Right.
So I'll make anything work. For him, I'm gonna make it work. Whatever.
Right. Aww. Like he even podcasting it with his son, it's like, and look, she's so emotional.
I am.
But Tasha, not to knock it, but we do it every day.
But you know what?
Yeah,
and I don't think a lot of, especially there's dads out there that always worry about I paid, child support, this and that. But I'm like, forget that part. It's about the physical, like just being there. It's a lot of work, And some people say, okay, you have help. You have help, and they just don't know. It's a struggle. You gotta be here. You gotta be there. You gotta be a freaking octopus.
Yeah.
So you gotta deal with this. Plus you come home from work. You gotta deal with it. So so he goes to daycare, obviously.
Yeah, he's in daycare. So while I'm at work, he's at school. So I'm cool with that. But I just like the security of knowing that he's somewhere safe. I don't gotta worry about the next door neighbor watching him. And nowadays, you don't know who you want to leave your kids with because people are crazy.
Right.
How did you choose daycare? Because I know with me, so women, we're a little different. We have that. Not tonight because you're doing good. But we're naturally that nurture. So we know how, like me, I know how to pick daycares. I'm in there watching. So did you actually go in? You was like, this
I went into the
daycare.
school and what really just got me to the school, they told me there's an app that I could watch them, so while I'm at work, I can pay attention to them.
So you do the app?
Got to.
Oh, that is so. Oh my God,
I love it.
So you get to watching it. So you're like literally you're working, but you watching it.
Yeah, if I get like that little dad feeling where I'm like, yo, let me peep in on him. Like,
yeah, but you're not OD with it like
I ain't
all day. Like,
I'm gonna let him be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Voice, I'm gonna let him rock, but at the same time, I ain't finna just let him go crazy though.
Right. Like if you get that little feeling like, damn, I wonder what's up? What are you doing? What's going on? I'm gonna go peep in and see what's up.
So how is it like, just to jump? Like, what if do you plan on dating again? Like, could you date somebody? You say, hey, I normally, guys ask me, you got any kids?
Right.
And it's like now it's like I have a kid, but
I don't know. I let a lot of stuff be organic. I let everything be organic. If people judge you for having a kid, then that's on them because they kind of missing out. But I'm definitely a package deal. You feel me? So
right.
I ain't tripping. But at the same time, when it's meant, it'll happen. If it don't happen, I'm cool.
You guys go on a date, like bring a baby with that,
Yeah, like if you go on dates, you bring a baby?
Yeah, man, it depends on where we going. I'm a kid myself, you know what I'm saying? So I like going to Chuck E. Cheese, I like doing the movie things, you know what I'm saying? So if it's anything I can involve my son in and you cool with it, then that's a win for me.
What if they not cool with it?
Then you ain't cool for me.
That.
Yeah, that's
it's a wrap for the day if they ain't cool with it?
Yeah, nah, you gotta be able to understand my son come first before anything.
Yeah, see, I like that. And the thing is, like you mentioned about, it's not just finance. I wish a lot of men can understand that child support is cool. Okay, yeah, we need that financial support. You're raising the kids, but them actually being a part of the child's life is really what's most important.
It means so much.
Yeah, it means so much. And some guys feel like, I'm paying child support, and they feel like they don't have to be present at all because they paying their child support is their present.
Right. So you're not technically a single mother.
I don't know, from a male perspective, like I got a partner where he's on child support, but it's more the fact of he didn't like the female in the first place. So it was almost like I'm paying for you to take care of my child. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't like having babies. Like it's just not meant for them.
Then don't do it. Don't have them. That's the point. If you don't like having babies, then don't have them. But it's not the kid's fault to suffer. Like imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know your relationship with the mom if she's like how present she is, but if she's not present, how do you feel like to know like damn? She's not doing what she's not around, she's not doing nothing. It is a hurtful feeling.
Right, like how would you feel if she just said, you know what, I mean, and that is a question, like is she, being that she was in another state, she's doing things, but is she present? Does you take the child to visit, do what?
Yeah, I said definitely, dude. I'm not gonna knock him because at the same time, that's still his mother, so I want him to have respect for his mother regardless of the situation. Right. But with me and her guy, it ain't got nothing to do with him.
Right.
As far as his relationship with her, I want him to have that relationship. I done seen, I ain't gonna say men, but I seen males grow up without their mother, and it's always like a hateful or resentment they have towards women. But you're not supposed to have that, especially not this day and age. Like you gotta love our females as much as you can.
Right. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I often say I think my biggest fear is just him growing up disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Just despising women. And I think that's my biggest thing. So I want him to be around his mother, to be like, all right, my mom still loves me and all of that.
Right. Ooh, he calling somebody.
Oh. Hold on, baby boy.
And let me see.
So that's cool.
Yeah,
we already talked about it because I was going to ask what are some effects does being a single dad have on your love life, but we kind of got into that.
I guess my question was, I was going to ask what if she wasn't, because she was like, where's her buzz? What if she wasn't decided I don't want to be around?
Right.
I mean, not her probably mad at you. I'm sure you still do your duties, but how would it make you feel?
I think you're calling somebody again.
He said, listen, I want to die on my own.
Look, he out here calling people.
Yeah, I don't need you calling the wrong person.
Right. Oh, man.
Nah, for the most part, I think everybody does their job. She does what she's supposed to as a mother. I just need her to get back on her feet. And once that's said and done, I think we'd be good.
So it's been since he's been born that she's been trying to get on her feet?
Not even. I say probably since September of last year.
Okay.
So September last year, and that's when I started realizing like depression is a big thing.
Yes.
And I don't know how long most females go through, but she's been going through depression since her pregnancy, since she's been done being pregnant.
So she went to postpartum.
I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but it is.
Yeah, no, postpartum depression is a real thing. Yeah, postpartum is a real thing. So, like, but that generally comes in after you have the baby. After you have the baby, but. Is she young?
Yeah, Shorty's 23, I'm 25.
Right, so that could be. She probably went through a depression because.
Now, when you say like when you say she's depressed, like
I'm talking suicidal thoughts. I'm talking about sitting in the dark, like missing stuff that she feels like she missed out on. Like she feels like she should have probably been partying. There's a lot of things that she missed that she wasn't able to do because
she kind of resents. Sometimes, like, is it a resent?
I don't want to say it's a resent, cause I'm not hurt, but I would tell you that I can tell from her body language. Sometimes if there was a time machine made, I probably think she would want to go back in time or something. But I mean, I can't knock her for that because that's a life that she, you know what I'm saying, she was growing into, like she was still growing up. And for me to, I ain't gonna say take that away from her, but.
I mean, you can't take it away and I'm not gonna knock her because I don't know her, but at the same token, with life, and everybody's different how they adapt. But with life, you have to roll with the punches. If you make a decision, you have to woman up or man up. Jamaican, you have to lie in it. So again, no respect to her.
Know her situation.
Right. She could have been going through depression way before she got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But you think so?
I feel that 100%.
Yeah.
I just think it's more. Everybody's not accustomed to being able to have to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people aren't able to roll with the punches. It's kind of like a human nature thing that you just got to be able to grow up and deal with it. But if you ain't got that tendency to want to grow up, fam, you're gonna be in the same position, the same mindset. And somebody just knock you upside your head and be like, all right, this is what I got to do.
So do you want, like, would you like for the end of the story to be you guys end up together? And
I mean, I'm a realistic person, man. I know, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I would hope for that, for it to happen, but in reality, man, I'm probably you outgrow people.
Right.
You outgrow people.
And you're still young too. So
yeah, like I got my own life to live, and I mean, I know how to balance my situation. But if all else fails, man, she always be my best friend because she knows stuff about me that I never tell nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as she's comfortable and she's able to be on her feet, so that way if he ever needs her, she can be there.
Right.
And I'm good. Anything other than that, man, find your happiness, man, because I'll be there forever. Just find your happiness first.
Right. I mean, and I think I really could basically, I commend you for that.
Yeah, that's big.
You know, because sometimes it takes a lot, because like you said, people deal with things differently, and there are a lot of women that are suffering, you know, even with like mental health, just, you know, being thrown into parenthood again is a decision you made because you laid there to get pregnant.
Correct.
But sometimes,
or
people,
maybe not a decision you made.
Right.
In the decision, but
right. But either way, you know, sometimes people need a moment to kind of gather themselves, gather their thoughts, gather, you know, the decision they make. And with being a single parent, being a single mom, it's like you don't have that moment to gather your life and get them
and that's
thoughts
why we
together.
have so many women out here hurting their children, suicidal to themselves. I mean, it's
watching the news, you be hearing some crazy stories with people dealing with their kids, and I can't fathom that.
They black out. So remember, there was one lady that took all the kids into the water, drowned every last one. You had the one that drowned each kid one by one. So it's out there. It's real.
What people be thinking, like,
but you know, I never say anything about it because I'm telling you, when you get in those moments and you black out, I mean, you ain't never tell your kids you're gonna pop them upside, break their neck.
Well, I mean, I had some one.
I told my kids, but I will pop your neck, piss it off, put it back on. Y'all parents know I do. You be saying some stuff that come to your mind. You probably really won't do it, but when them parents out there, they be like, you know what, today is not the day. Especially that thing you're a single parent, so you didn't went to work, you came home tired, you got your boss on you, your home got to come in, these kids and talk the house. Now you got to do it, and you already
on 10.
Yeah.
And there's that one time the kid just, I mean, I've seen it.
I ain't gonna front. I had blacked out on Talene once, boy. I ain't gonna front, son. I tell my mother this all the time. Like, I think God know. Like, he see and he know, because it became a point in our relationship where I was like, yo, I can't. Like, and we kept butting heads. You know, she's a teenager, and we kept butting heads. And one day we had a little incident, and I blacked out, son. Up to this day, I regret, and it made me realize and see how. You ever seen Snap?
Jamaican style,
girl,
ring around.
Girl, I was on the phone with my cousin. Like, she had to call me back to make sure Talene was straight.
You did the
girl. I snapped. I ain't gonna tell you, because we on the live. I don't want. I mean, like, yeah, look, I snapped, and my cousin had to call me. She was like, yo, Tasha, I'm just making sure Talene good. She alive? Girl. But my mom was like a silent savior, because out the blue, she just hit me up and was like, hey, I want to take the kids for the summer. And I was like, well, and it's not like something she do. It's not like a thing like, yo, I'm gonna come get the kids. I want the kids. She live in Jersey. So it's not like a thing that she do, but it was definitely needed. And I'm like so happy, because I feel like if we didn't get that space, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know what would have happened, but they went for the summer, and we came back, and everything was good. Yes, everything was good, but I definitely needed that moment. I needed that moment.
And you know, I had a question for that too. So, you know, being that you have him at this young age, right now the plans, you know, is, okay, I'm gonna watch him, I'm gonna keep him until you get yourself together. Do you have any plans with her? Let's say she gets herself together within the next 2 years. She's like, all right, I'm good. All right, I'm ready.
It's kind of long for me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. So, do you plan on do you plan on keeping him long term throughout his life? Do you plan on, okay, I'll be, you know?
I mean, for what we discussed,
she's happy.
Yeah, I'm good. I got him.
Till he teenage and all the
ready. Till she ready.
So that's
just like you were saying with your patients, like. It come a time where like you have to be able to deal with certain things, and I know for a fact she ain't got it, and she admitted that she ain't got it. So I don't want to put him in that position where it be anything. She get off of work late, she's tired, then she take it out on him. You know what I'm saying? That ain't his fault though. He's still learning. So I don't want to put him in that position. And if I don't know that.
So you in your mind, I got him, like he's mine.
Yeah.
So do y'all have court? Is this court?
We ain't get the
this is. So this is just your agreement.
Yeah.
Now that's big though, because if you are going through, let's just say, and this is huge, because I actually had a friend that went through this. If he is watching out there, he went through this. Like they didn't go through the courts and everything, and his situation was, and I know if you watching out there, my homie, my best friend, he actually took his baby from his baby mother at a very young age, and it was hard for him. He got the moments. Like when she started getting a little older, then sometimes he out, you know, with his friends and stuff. He got the baby right there with him, like, you know, but I thought it was so cool, you know, but there was a time he didn't have, he went through a stage where the mother was trying to get help, and when, you know, we try to go for help, they immediately say, well, you know, I got a kid, you know, she added, I got a kid, but she didn't have the kid. He had a kid. He never thought to put, like you said, to involve, you know, put any legal matters in it, because it's something he chose to do. He chose to take his daughter and move on and raise her on his own. And the thing is, and it was so stressful for him, because I remember those times you was calling me, you was ready to give up, and she put, you know, when she went to go get, like, you know, government help, of course they asked you, well, where's dad? Correct. So now they trying to hit him up for child support. And he's like, whoa, hold up. I'm the one that's actually, I got the child, but there was no proof. You know, he's not keeping any paperwork, none of that. So now, and then the thing is, he never signed the birth certificate properly. So what the thing is now, it's like, it was a whole mess. You know what
I'm all in the story, like, so did he end up having to pay child support?
I don't think he did. If you answer that question first, if you want. He ended up actually he ended up raising his daughter. Long story short, so I know he was kind of ready to just say, look, I'm done, you know. And the girl she like possibly she just wanted to, you know, she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. She was still out there. She still wanted to do her thing. Cool. He knew, and shout out to his little boo. I love her. He raised her until I think like 16, 13. No, she's like 13. She just now went with her mom. You know, she wanted to be a part of her mom's life. You know, see, I guess she missed out on that. She's been with her dad so long, and it's funny because when he was raising her, he would go to the store. You know, he didn't know how to do hair, and this is at least you had a boy. He had a girl, so he didn't know how to comb hair. Right? This is good. You know, they could let it be, but he was like taking her to the hairdresser. You know, thank God, shout out to his mother. You know, she helped out a lot. He told me he would go in the kids' store, and he'd be like, whatever the mannequin got on, I need that same setup. So, you know, and then he was a Jordan guy. You know, he dressed like a guy, so the little girl would always have, like him, he had like these sneakers, and she still, and he named Jordan too. Stella's still the same way, but she just went with her mom, which I knew that was big for him to kind of separate, because he felt like, you know, I raised you all, I got you, you know, I had your back. You know, so it was big for him to kind of say, all right.
So she wanted to go?
She wanted to go. He was a little upset about the situation, you know. You feel some type of way. Especially when you like, I had you, your mom kind of didn't want to be a part of this. I had you. And now she's like, I want to see what it's like to be over there. I want to be girly. I want to be girly. I see girly stuff. I'm assuming that's what it was. But she's over there. Now she kind of want to come back with her dad, you know. But shout out to them. He did an excellent job. And I know there was times he wanted to just give in. Like, especially when she started getting older, he wanted to give in, because you know you have those moments. First period, first he's like, I don't know what to do, you know. But he made it. He made it. He's so excellent.
How would you feel if, like, it probably won't happen, but a month or two down the line, she'd be like, listen, I'm ready and I want him.
Yeah, I want him back. Because there's no legal.
You gotta show me facts. I need to understand that, because I need to see a bank statement, something showing that you're financially stable, something just either your household is different from when I first met you. I just don't want to see you in the same position.
Because you don't have, and that's what was my point before I went into that whole story about home. But the legal part is not, even though it's good to not have it in there, but in an incident where, let's just say something goes down like that, and she comes and says, because really, truthfully, neither one of you have legal rights to that child.
That's a fact.
So if she comes in, she could easily say, you stole kid.
Okay, so I'll cut you off there real quick. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Jump on in there.
So this is the thing. When you love somebody, I don't know how y'all base love, but when you love somebody, you know that person like the back of your hand. Like that's almost a part of you.
Right.
So you can tell when they're either doing better or doing bad. And when you know that they're not doing good for themselves, you can't add more to their plate that they can't handle. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the point of, if she comes and gets ready and she's ready to take the baby and all of that, or she tries to do something foul, you should know that ahead of time what type of person you're dealing with ahead of time. So even Siri know. But it's that you know your better half, yo. You know who you're dealing with. And if you know that person's like that, then you should have that conscious decision to deal with the court system. But if you know you're grown enough and y'all can have that simple relationship, like, look, this is what we're gonna handle. If you got any plans or whatever, you're trying to get some DHS help, Section 8, anything like that, let me know ahead of time. So that way we don't put ourselves in the jam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just communication, bro. But if you ain't got that communication, deal with the court system. Let them do it.
Right.
Because they're all baby moms that don't want to hear nothing else.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say, like,
they don't want to hear it.
You have some that's like, yo, so, I mean, but I guess in a sense, with your situation, you are lucky because it sounds like y'all have the communication thing down where y'all could just say,
never mind.
And some people just gotta be real with themselves. You gotta be real with yourself, and once you're done being real with yourself, everything else will fall into place.
Right. It is basically about being real. But we already know, as human beings, we're petty.
Yeah, y'all.
Wait, what happened?
Say y'all females can get heavy.
Some females can. I will vouch for that, because I'm big on the girls that go out there and throw their baby fathers on child support just because he's not paying you attention anymore. Just because you went and laid up in the bed with him, honey, I don't know what makes some of you think that because you laid in the bed with him and had a baby, that you have all rights to that man.
Pickling now.
Really, you don't have to, and this is sad, because it's on them, it's their choice that they don't want to be there. That's, you losing out. But really and truly, they got two legs, and if they want to walk, deuces, you left with that baby by yourself. So now you got to struggle. So I'm like, I don't understand, like, my kids, I wasn't sitting here saying, oh, I want him, so I'm going to have me kids. I was like, listen. You know what I'm saying? We did plan the first child, though. After that, I was like, look, you only get two, because I had to shut him down. I had to cut him down. I was like, homie, you better get up in there. Doctor, somebody better get up in there. We might have all these kids. You know what I'm saying? We might have shut down. That's why
It's hard. It's expensive.
It's expensive. Yo, these kids are expensive nowadays.
Yes, I'm like with daycare. You just mentioned daycare.
You want more
Like,
kids?
Nah. I ain't gonna lie, that's me lying. I do want some more kids, but not right now though. Not right now.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
At least you got your boy. Your first one is a boy.
I struck gold with the first one, so I'm like, I'm really good, but
You gonna listen.
So
Boys, I think are they're they're a little fidgety when they little, but they are so like the one and the fact that you're like a dad, you're gonna see like it's gonna be rewarding because I think it's different. You know, you have someone to talk to, to bond with, and it's like she's just gonna be your best friend. You know what I mean?
That's my
Your best friend. I was gonna say your best friend now. So imagine when he can actually talk back and get. You know what I'm saying? You can share facts with each other and stories with each other, and everything that you do, you're like a sponge. Everything. Well, he's a sponge. Everything that you do, he's gonna be reflecting on. He's gonna be looking at that all the time. So it's like you gotta kind of. He helps you grow. You know what I mean? It's like you're helping him, but he's really helping you.
It's a two-way street. Like just having like Talene, Sky, not so much, but having Talene, I learned so much from her. And she helped me grow. You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense, she raised me and I raised her.
That's true.
And it's true. Like me and Talene, we kind of like we raised each other. I was young when I had her. And I was still, I wasn't sure. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew like, hey, shit, I got a baby and I got to step up, But it's kind of like me and Talene, we raised each other. And the relationship is cool to see. Like now, I take her out in my photo shoots and, she came
work and Talene be right here on the set with us. She was doing everything.
We went to a photo shoot on Sunday and she helped me out. And Talene was so involved. She was helping. The lady, needed help with like posing and laughing, and she was there fixing, all that stuff. We went to the fashion show the other day. She came along. We went to a concert, and they get on your nerves. But she get on my nerves.
They get, and you know what? I know you starting out young, which is actually you're really not young because I was 18 when I started out.
I think I was 19.
And it's a lot of work, but I learned a lot. But I will tell you now, it is rewarding. They get on my nerves. Shout out to my little Sheezy and Breezy. They get on my nerves sometimes. And it's like now because we've grown together, sometimes it's like they're my little annoying brother and sister. So when people see us together, they're like, don't see your kids? I'm like, they mine. I claim them. But boy, them kids, I'm like, imagine, the other day they was like this.
Right.
And now they be trying to tell me what to do. Like, what you doing? Like, calm down. And my son, he just be a little man. He took me on a date the other day. He opened up my door and put me in. I was like, oh my God, I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because I was like, I was changing his diaper. Now he's
grown. So by the time you turn around, he gonna be grown.
Listen, he gonna be grown right there. That's gonna be
your road dog.
Your homie, man. Well, I really appreciate you
coming in. I wanted to get a little bit. We didn't even get to get into the music a little bit.
Yeah, trust me. To be honest with you, with the music, like I still do it, but it's something I put on the back burner because I can't devote time to my music hand to him. That ain't fit. So if you're gonna be a musician, I tell you, please put your all into it. But if you don't have the time to put your all into it, don't half-ass it.
Right. Wait, damn, I was trying to get this song.
And I did listen to the song. I actually have it. You're slow because I have it. I have it right here. And I have it on my Apple, my iTunes, because I added it. I've been bumping it all day.
Well, I got it right here. So I like this joint right here. Senorita.
It sounds better with the bass, but we don't got no bass right now. Sorry,
why it's not playing?
See, because you
go ahead. So this you rapping? So
it sounds really good.
Yeah. So what's his name? Don the Capo.
Twerk that. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna black now. You know what I mean? She got a little booty now.
I got a little booty. Oh yeah. So check him out on iTunes, Spotify,
whatever you comfortable with trying to get music, just type in Don the Capo and I'll pop up.
DonThaCapo. So this right here, Joy, I like it.
This is my song right here.
All right, she cutting mine off. So let's we're going to a little music mix.
This is mine right here. I like the song.
What's the name of that one?
This is called Destiny. And I like the song because I listen to the words over and over again. I actually almost made me cry. I'm just so super emotional. But the word, you know, it's deep to me.
Shout out my boy Sky. He's the one that's first singing when you come on. Man.
Yes. Shout out to Sky.
I spent my last on the session. Hope they feeling my breath. Was truthfully out of losing me. I'm stressed. I can't be worried myself though. I just wanna know what it means. Feel like I'm giving my all. So I'm never be repeatedly fine. But I had to grow more, know more, show more.
So hit them up, check his music out, guys, and we want to thank Don the Capo
coming out.
I got it, right?
You got it.
I be messing up names.
So it's Don. That's your mom named you Don.
Yeah, my real name is Dawn.
Big Don. I love that.
She's a mafia fan. She was big on mafia movies.
Oh,
see,
yeah, that is a dope name.
That's what I'm saying. Parents be knowing when they be naming their kids by their name them.
Yeah.
I believe you will make it though.
Yeah.
I feel it, you know, in your heart.
Yes.
And all the just that you have a lot of ambition.
Yeah.
And I just think like I said, I met Don, and I just thought that his story is just, and he really didn't even go in depth with it, just his behind scenery of him, just what he had to go through growing up. But I commended him. I was just like, that got my heart. So I was like, we definitely gotta, you know, hear your story. And it was just, it meant a lot to me that he's a single father, and you don't see that. I mean, not that, you know, shout out to our single moms and everything, but it's big when you see a dad taking care of their kid. And I was just amazed because he's like, oh, I gotta drop him for daycare, and I'm like, you do all of that?
And they don't got no support here.
And you know how men be, you know, they be a little, they different from us women now. You know, we nurture naturally, but they be just kind of like, you know, it is what it is. But the fact that he stepped up to the plate and he's like, look, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna learn what I'm doing. And I'm gonna do it anyway.
Right.
You know, without just nothing. It's just, that's just cool.
Somebody, I think.
It's cool.
Oh.
It's cool. So thank you so
thanks so much for coming out. We had a little Don here. So guys, thanks so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Shout out to all the single moms. Shout out to all the single dads. Shout out to everybody that's just out here trying to be good parents. We have a lot going on right now in the society where just people are doing crazy things to their children. And it's very sad. It's very sad what the slackness that's going on. But you know, guys, we just gotta remain strong. Keep up with our mental health. That's very important.
Yeah, that's
very, very important when you're dealing with being, you know, having trauma, pain, struggle. You know, like being strong mentally is very important. So, guys, get that mental health up. You know, I'm working on mine. I mean, I'm not out here crazy or nothing, but
I might get
you know, sometimes like you go through stuff. It's hard. You know,
it's a lot.
It's a lot when you
got
try, and then you trying to make it. You know,
you're trying to make it out here and corner to Tasha in these streets, and it's a lot going on. You got a lot on your plate, and you got everything else going. It's a whirlwind, you know. So it's just trying to keep everything together. And at the end of the day, children are our future, man. They're our new generation to come up. So. Agree.
So guys, thanks so much for listening to the Traveling Pants, and we out. Peace.